Arms. Colors. Colors turn. Arch. Hold. Order. Arms. Colors turn. Cut. Fall out.
Captain Russell.
Morning, Deck 075. Please take your seats and get your Form 16s from your flight commander. This is saying is that there are a bunch of policies. Some of them are debt policies. Some of them are IFROTC policies, some are home center policies, and some are Air Force or ATC policies. I emailed it out yesterday. If you did not receive it, check your email. It's really just a summary of these policies. The reason we would do something like this is because there's a lot of different policies out there. They're all very informative, but if you're not aware of them, you may end up being removed from the IFROTC program for reasons that you weren't aware of. So we just want to make sure that everything is crystal clear for you and that you have the correct expectations of what you'll need to do to successfully complete the program at a minimum in terms of behavior, in terms of life. So, you know, one of the big things about being a good supervisor is making clear expectations for your people. This is just a summarized letter to let you know these are all the policies and the expectations by which you'll have to adhere. On the front, in block 2, write your name, last comma first comma middle initial.
Good morning, Dash 75. I hope everyone's excited for LLAB today. We have, today LLAB is Mentorship Lab and Cadet and
Mentorship, my mission.
Sorry.
Hashtag so strong. Kidding.
Good morning, Colonel Grimes. Good morning, Wing. As you guys know, it's Mentorship Day. Got some fun stuff planned for you guys, but first off, I'd like to start out by announcing our mentorship photo contest. If you guys remember, it's pretty similar to last semester. So hang out with your mentor and mentee, do something fun, do something crazy. I don't care, it can be anything you want. And send me a picture and we'll put you, that makes you eligible to win a gift card. Maybe $25, maybe $50.
Oh!
Doesn't matter, I don't know, depends how many pictures I get. What? Alright, so send them straight to me, haley.houlihan075@gmail.com. And the contest ends May 4th, just right before awards. So we'll announce the winner during awards ceremony. Any questions? No? Okay.
What's up?
So, there has to be at least both, like, mentor and ministry. Yeah, okay. I bet you're wondering why we're in different flights today. For GLPs, I wanted to make sure everyone is with their mentors and their mentees. And also, we had to mix FTP in. And just basically, I want you guys to work with different people. So it should be fun. But before that, we have a quick briefing by Cadet Olson and Cadet Dante.
Good morning, Colonel Grimes. Good morning, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Cadet 4th Class Dante, and today I'll be briefing you on dynamic fellowship. Next slide, please. So first, I'm going to define what dynamic fellowship is, the do's and don'ts of dynamic fellowship, the importance of it, and then I'll summarize it all up at the end. So next slide, please. Okay, so what dynamic fellowship is? It's basically the ability for someone to be agile in moving between the role of leader and follower by continuously applying the characteristics of self-management, commitment, competence, integrity, and courage. Next slide, please. All right, so the do's and don'ts of dynamic followership. So one of them is to continuously challenge yourself, meaning you want to take responsibility for something that you're not comfortable with. You know, if you're assigned a task and you're afraid to do it, just take it, you know. You have to take that initiative. Take initiative to, you know, complete that mission. You also want to be, you also don't want to avoid crucial conversation, meaning you always want to give your opinions and your thoughts respectively to your leaders. And you also want to ask questions. You know, when you're in a mission, and if you don't know too much of the information that you're given, you want to ask questions. You know, the questions give you information, and information allows you to complete the mission effectively. You also want to enable positive change. Basically, you want to see yourself as a resource towards that mission, you know. You can provide information towards your leaders, you know, if they don't know anything, or if they don't know something, you can provide them information so it can make the mission more simple and efficient. They can complete it efficiently. You also want to avoid excuses. So you also want to know your mistakes and learn from them, because you know you don't want to make that same mistake in the future, and then during a mission that mistake, you know, could be fatal to the overall mission, I guess. And then be aggressive in positive ways, meaning you should take initiative at all times. Don't wait until someone tells you until your leader tells you what to do. So just take initiative at all times. You know, if you think that what you have to do is important to the task at hand, then just do it. And then don't be a yes follower, meaning don't be a robot. Just don't do something, you know, don't do something that you're told just because, you know, you're told to do it. I mean, you also have to give your input and output to the overall performance of the mission. Yeah, next slide, please. Oh, and also the importance of dynamic followership is, you know, to become great leaders, we also have to be great followers. And to become great followers, you have to continuously challenge yourself to, you know, to enable that positive feedback and stuff. And, you know, the actions that we take today as followers can determine what we're going to be as leaders. So that, so if there's next slide, please. So I define what dynamic followership is, the do's and don'ts of dynamic followership, and the importance of it. If there's any questions at this time, please feel free to ask. All right, so Cadet Olson will take over and explain what OODA loop is.
All right. Good morning, Colonel Grimes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cadet 3rd Class Olson, and this morning I will be briefing you on the OODA loop. I will go over what it is. Bear with me for a second. All right. Okay, whatever, that happens. So I will be going over what the OODA loop process is, its importance, and also how to use it. The OODA loop process was developed by Colonel John Boyd of the United States Air Force. It is a decision-making process which stands for observe, orient, decide, and act. The steps to that are observe. So you want to take in the information of the situation at hand. You want to correctly identify the problem. Orient, you want to analyze this information and develop different ideas on how to solve that problem. Decide, you want to decide on a specific solution to that problem. And action step is obvious, you act on that decision. The loop to the OODA loop would be take in feedback, analyze that feedback, internalize it, and then go ahead and repeat that process, because your action is going to change the situation no matter what, so you have to constantly be adapting. Which leads to the importance. The importance of this is, decision making is a very important role in leadership. You're going to be making decisions if you're in charge. You want to have a well thought out decision. You don't want to just make a snap decision that potentially could put people's lives at risk. You want to make sure that you're internalizing feedback from your flight or from the situation, whatever's happening, and you want to constantly adapt to those feedbacks in the situation. So how to use this? I believe the steps are pretty obvious once you kind of know them, but you want to make sure that you're keeping track of time, so you have time hacks. You don't want to spend 8 minutes of a 10-minute GLP just sitting there talking about what you can do, what you can't do. You want to make sure you leave enough time for that action. Also, as dynamic followers, you should be going through the OODA loop process on your own and potentially talking to your leader, giving advice on what to do with that. So in conclusion, I've talked to you about the OODA loop process, what it is, why it's important, and how to use it. Are there any questions? That concludes my briefing. Thank you.
Alright, let's give it one more time to Garrett Olson for not using the slides. You guys should probably have an idea of why we talked about this. Dynamic followership in the OODA loop. GMCs, why is this important? No one knows?
Third class sweaty golf flight. OODA loop is the procedure in which people can systematically analyze the situation and react accordingly to that situation, which that creates the basis for dynamic followership, in which followers analyze the leadership situation and the challenge at hand and set up their leaders so that they are in the best position to solve that challenge.
Perfect. Does that sound like the kind of stuff that we do on active duty? Solving problems, making decisions, yeah? Makes sense, right? You guys are going to be doing it in the GLPs in a couple minutes, or a little bit of time. But, you know, that's why we do this. We go over it, you learn it, and then you put it into practice. What? So, right now, don't worry about the flights yet, we're going to split up into mentorship time right now. We've got about 20 minutes, but we're going to take about 10 minutes first to go over our goals. Do you remember the ones that we made at the beginning of the semester? Yeah? Have you guys accomplished any of them?
Maybe.
Yeah? Alright, so we're going to talk about that. See where you're standing with those goals. Do you need to go over them again, change anything if you accomplished any? Yep, starting now. Meet with your mentors for 10 minutes and then I'll call us back for the next section of the mentorship.